What's going on, guys? Juice Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today it is going to be Wednesday the 24th of January. And we have got so much to get through today, including 16 confirmed transfers and of course the rumours. So just before we get started, as always, if you enjoy the video and enjoy transfers, show your support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for more and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, down below in the description box. And today's question of the day: given that FIFA 18's team of the year has just passed, do you think Neymar will ever win a Ballon d'Or? Now, I know a lot of people will say yes, and I'm probably in that category as well. I think when messing around with both retire, Neymar's probably the favourite after that. But then again, players like Mbappe are coming through very, very young, and I imagine he'll also win it at some point. And finally, remember, every single day at 8:30, there'll be a new transfer video on my channel. But let's jump on to confirmed deals then. As I said before, we've got 16 to get through. The very first play is going to be Monetti, going to Atletico Nacional from CA Lunas for £1.04 million. Then we've got Castellini also going to Atletico Nacional, this time from Boca Juniors, and that one is a free transfer. David Ngog, the former Liverpool striker, who honestly didn't really make it us whatsoever. Today he's joined Ross County in Scotland after having a successful trial there. It's a free transfer, as before that he was a free agent. The final player on this page, obviously a recognisable one, being Robinho, the former Brazil international and a former player of Man City, Real Madrid and AC Milan. And today he's joined Turkish outfit Sivasspor from Atletico Mineiro in Brazil on a free transfer. And it's quite a controversial one for a simple fact that right now he has actually been sentenced to 9 years in prison after him and 5 other males were convicted of sexual assault in Italy. There is still an appeal process going on, so of course I'm not sure how it actually works as a sentencing, but it hasn't been enforced just yet. And now moving on to the next 4 players, and the very first player is called Jack, going to Crystal Palace, being a Polish centre-back, joined them from Zagłębie Lubin for around £2.7 million or €3 million. Richie Delight has joined Royal Antwerp from Aston Villa on loan for the rest of the season. Another loan deal is going to be Vukovic, going to Hellas Verona in Italy from Olympiacos for the rest of the season. And the final one, again it is another loan deal, being Lemos, a Uruguayan centre-back, going to Sassuolo in Italy from UD Las Palmas in Spain, but this one is a loan with the option to buy. And in fact, 18 months or so ago, he was linked to Barcelona as well as a few Premier League teams. Next up, we go on to Kennedy, going to Newcastle United on loan from Chelsea for the rest of the season. And the announcement video for him, it was brilliant. Now, I'm not sure if you guys watch wrestling or have watched wrestling when you're younger, but basically there's a wrestler in the WWE called Mr. Kennedy, and Newcastle used his theme music to announce Kennedy. And I thought it was one of the better videos we've seen so far, actually announcing a signing. Next up, we've gone to Stefan Sessegnon, going to Gençlerbirliği in Turkey from Montpellier in France for an undisclosed fee. The French striker Diony has joined Bristol City in the Championship from St Etienne. It's a loan deal with an option to buy this only active if Bristol City get promotion to the Premier League. And the club hasn't fully announced it just yet at the time of recording this video, but himself on Instagram and social media, he has said it's done. And the final player on this page is going to be Stianku, going to Sparta Prague from Anderlecht for a fee of around €3.75 million. And the final 4 confirmed transfers today. First, I've got Christensen going to Ajax from FC Midtjylland from £4.95 million. I imagine close to €5.5 million. Lassana Diarra has joined Paris Saint-Germain on a free transfer after being a free agent for a little bit of time, and that'll be a player returned to FIFA older team, I imagine, very soon. Although being an 83 rating, I very much doubt that. Then we go to Aaron Lennon going to Burnley from Everton for an undisclosed fee. And the final one is Javier Mascherano leaving Barcelona. Now, I haven't put a team there just yet because they haven't announced what club he's going to, but basically yesterday he tweeted out saying he's going, he's leaving, and on Wednesday being today, he has got a farewell ceremony. It does seem a move to the Chinese Super League, the CSL, was definitely on the cards for him, and in particular to Hebei China Fortune. But let's jump on to potential deals then. The very first player is Javier Hernandez of West Ham United. According to Sky Sports today, Javier Hernandez's agent has confirmed the striker is open to a move away from West Ham in this January transfer window. And so far he's been heavily into a move to Besiktas for around £8.5 million or so, and on top of that a move to the MLS to Los Angeles FC. And West Ham would actually take quite a big loss on him because they bought him back in the summer from Bayer Leverkusen for a fee around £16 million or so, and now 8.5 mil, they've basically lost half that transfer fee in just a few months. Although some reports are saying potentially that injuries to Andy Carroll and Lanzini, it might lower the chances of Hernandez leaving in this window. And that one for Newcastle United fans is going to be Kevin Gameiro of Atletico Madrid. So according to Daily Express today, Newcastle are working on a deal to bring Atletico Madrid's French striker Kevin Gameiro to St James's Park. He has also been linked to Swansea City for around £30 million, and in regards to Newcastle, the actual whole takeover for them, that fell through. So transfers at the moment, at least permanent transfers, are looking quite unlikely, and Rafa Benitez has also said they need to buy some players. And it seems to be the same old situation for Newcastle fans because, of course, they love their club and they also love Rafa Benitez, but the owner, Mike Ashley, it seems like he doesn't want to put money back into the club for transfers. And that makes me think, would he actually want to put £30 million into a striker? I can't see it happening. So from one player potentially going to Newcastle today, we move on to Mitrovic, a Newcastle striker, looking to move away. So Sky Sports are going to be the source again, and they said that Brighton are interested in Newcastle striker Alexander Mitrovic, and one source is saying that a bid has already been made. Now, one way the Kevin Gameiro deal could happen for Newcastle is that if they sell Mitrovic, it does give them some funds to work with and potentially put towards Gameiro, but again, we'll have to wait and see. And Newcastle actually bought him 2.5 years ago, like 2 summers ago, from Anderlecht, of course, around £16 million. And this season so far has made 7 appearances with 2 goals to his name, but only 257 minutes. And that clearly shows he's not in Rafa's plans for the future. So going to Brighton could be a good move for him and could bring some money into Newcastle. Next up, we go on to Frank Lampard, a very interesting one today, according to the Daily Mail. Former England and Chelsea midfielder Frank Lampard is in talks to become the next Oxford United manager. And in fact, back in the summer, there were a few rumours suggest that Lampard could become a manager very soon, and Oxford could be a good opportunity. And now another transfer story regarding Newcastle United, this time according to the Daily Express. Newcastle midfielder Jonjo Shelvey is closing in on a £12 million move to West Ham. And of what I've seen on social media, a lot of Newcastle fans do think that Shelvey will be going this winter to West Ham for that type of fee. Now, if Newcastle do sell Shelvey for like £12 million and also Mitrovic, I imagine for quite a similar fee, that brings a lot of funds in for Kevin Gameiro if they do get him, so it would make sense. And looking at the stats, it does seem that Hayden, Shelvey and also Marino, they all got very similar minutes, but Marino at one point was actually injured, so he's their main midfielder, then followed by Hayden. And someone like Shelvey would suit West Ham United for the simple fact his passing range, his passing ability is second to none. And the thing that's always held Shelvey back in his career, in my opinion, is his attitude. He fails to keep a calm head in situations he honestly needs to, and he really needs to improve on that. Next up, we go on to a player I've honestly never heard of, being Boubakary Soumaré, who plays for Lille in the French League. So Sky Sports said Man City are interested in signing £35 million rated Lille midfielder Soumaré. Now, he's currently not on FIFA Ultimate Team, but this season so far, it's been his breakout year. I think he's 18 years old and a former PSG player. And a £35 million fee for a player, honestly, at this point in time, I think he's played like 7 professional games. It does seem like a lot of money, but then again, if he's a massive prospect, it doesn't really matter. I do follow quite a lot of French football accounts, and one in particular has tweeted that a French journalist that's also very reliable has indicated that Lille appear to be employing a strategy of feeding false information to the English press. And in fact, earlier on this transfer window, he's actually linked to Everton as well, so I'm not sure there's actual any legit interest in him, as like I was saying before, it could just be Lille trying to give information to boost his price up. And now we move on to Emre Can. According to the Daily Mirror today, Juventus have admitted to doubts about signing Liverpool midfielder Emre Can, who's out of contract in the summer. And Can has had quite a few interviews so far suggesting that potentially his future at Liverpool, it might not end this summer, but he's still not decided. And carrying on to the first bit, the Serie A club's general manager Beppe Marotta says that Can could stay at Anfield, while other teams are also interested in the 24-year-old. A couple of days ago, in fact, Man City will link to him as well on a free transfer, which honestly I hope doesn't happen. If he does leave Liverpool, I do hope it's outside the Premier League, because if he reaches potential in the Prem, it'd be kind of annoying. And now moving on to a rumour according to Damasio. Premier League leaders Manchester City have decided they're ready to activate French defender Laporte's €65 million buyout clause this month in order to sign him. And in fact, it's not the first time he's been linked to a Man City team, because back in 2016, that's when their interest started. And Pep has been linked to a fair few centre-backs so far in January, and I'm assuming it's like a long-term replacement for Kompany. As good as Vincent Kompany can be on his day, like a very good defender, top-tier defender, at this point in time he's very unreliable because of his injuries. And Sky Sports are saying the same thing as Damasio by saying Man City are in talks to sign Athletic Bilbao defender Laporte for £60 million. And now moving on to a few updates regarding Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and potential move to Arsenal. So first up, according to Arsenal Twitter account, because they're basically relaying a press conference with Arsene Wenger, saying that Wenger has confirmed that Arsenal are in talks with Dortmund over a deal to sign Aubameyang. They have only got 1 week left to get this deal done. Of course, Aubameyang seems very much adamant he wants to go to Arsenal. Arsenal really want him, and there are 2 stumbling blocks so far. The very first one is that fee that Dortmund want, and the second one, they may want Giroud in return. And in regards to the fee, Bild actually late last night did say that Arsenal have increased the offer for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to 58 million euros, which I imagine like 55 million pounds or so, and Dortmund though are still demanding 70 mil. And the thing I find really crazy about is apparently Arsenal's bid was actually up by £3 million only, when really it's like £8 million extra, it'll get you him. Now of course the numbers might not be 100% accurate, but I imagine they're probably like there or thereabouts, so Arsenal fans will be absolutely fuming if they don't get him, especially because he really wants to make the move this time, and they just sold Alexis Sanchez. And my personal prediction for this one is that in a week's time, he'll be an Arsenal player. But that, guys, is going to be it for today's episode. So as always, if you enjoyed it and enjoyed transfers, show your support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for more and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, down below in the description box. And today's question of the day: do you think Neymar will ever win a Ballon d'Or? Let me down below in the comment section. And remember, every single day at 8:30, there's a new transfer video on my channel. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.